Hello class, my name is Derek. Today I'm going to talk about content moderation in social media. The summary. First, I will talk about why misinformation is such a big problem and why the user-generated content need to be moderated. Then I will talk about why the current solution is not enough, why the platform is not doing the right thing, and why the user cannot do it among themselves. Then I will propose my solution, which is to create a third player, the moderators, in the private sector. With the platform and with the user, they will form a check and balance system with three players, and that should reduce the misinformation without needing government intervention. We all have seen misinformation that gone viral on the social network. Well, they're so easy to spread. Well, this is because we as human beings succumb to the confirmation bias. And some of those viral misinformation are specially crafted to incite strong emotions such as pleasure or anger. Our society has been polarized quite a bit. And because of the polarization, everyone lives in their own bubble that has been filtered by the social media. They don't see what everybody else is seeing. They don't see the whole picture. Now who's responsible then? It could be the platform, but the platform only wants to encourage engagement because this is how they make money. And how about the users? Well, the users just want to have a good time. Let's go back to the basic economics of the social media and find out how the value is created and consumed. To the passive viewers, they got information, hopefully, entertainment, and a sense of community. To the content uploader, which is a different group of users, they got cash sometimes, and fame, and self-actualization. The value flow in the social media is very interesting. It does not cost any money for anybody to use the social media. The platform doesn't charge, and the platform depends on ad revenue. A lot of things are depending on the network effect, because the utility to the user and utility to the platform is proportional to the square of the user. So the social network is destined to be a monopoly. A large network has tremendous advantage over the smaller network. Why do we need moderation then? Because in the social media, all the contents are uploaded by the user, and then the user are more often time anonymous and cannot be held responsible. And some users have questionable agendas. And the content are not found by the user. They are pushed to the user by algorithm. And the algorithm is optimized to maximize the user engagement, not for correctness of the content. And also there's a strong positive feedback loop by the network effect. So everybody wants to be viral. And how to be viral? You want to make some content that can replicate itself faster than anybody else. You don't have to be, the content doesn't need to be of high quality. And all the details are ephemeral because people will forget the next day. But the effect are very long term. The content moderation right now is a huge market failure. The power to moderate user content right now is 100% on the platform. The user has no power. However, the damage to the society is a negative externality to the platform. The platform are not responsible for the damage. The user, on the other hand, bear the burden of the damage, but then there are just too many of them. So there will be a very high transactional cost for the user to moderate themselves. And also because there are so many, there's a diffusion of responsibility. So nobody takes the responsibility. And how about we make the government directly involved? Then you will definitely hurt the freedom of speech. How do we know that the government will always do the right thing? Most likely they won't. And on top of that, it will suffocate and devalue a very vibrant industry, which is the social media. The market, as of now, is unbalanceable. Okay, the first solution I will propose is to hold the platform responsible. We can abolish Section 230 so that we can internalize the externality to the social media and tax them by how much they damage the society. But then the question is, how do you measure that? It's very hard to manage. If you do so, well, you will add the big burden to the platform, and some platform will die out. Well, there's not that many social media platforms over there to begin with. They are already monopolists. So the survive social media will be even stronger and probably are capable to do even bigger damage. And this is not a firm level solution anyway. Next, how about we try to empower the user? We can lower the transactional cost so the user can vote on everything on social media. And if something is downvote too much, we take it out. Right? That will require everyone to have an opinion on everything. Because if only a few of the people express and vote, and it won't be fair. But then the constant voting will take the fun out of the social media. And because not that many people will vote, and some people will be much more outspoken than the others, and it will be generated into a mob rule. Again, this is not a firm level solution. Number 3, which is the solution that I will propose. We can introduce another player by changing the regulation. We can mandate that social media to outsource the moderation to other firms. The winner of the contract to moderate have a time-limited license to moderate on the platform. By doing so, the platform will get rid of the responsibility to moderate user content. It's a thankless job anyway. And they can also gain some license fee as additional revenue. And the moderator, which will be the new player we created, they can accept complaints from the public. They can accept fees because nobody do anything for free. And they can decide to moderate or not using their own judgment. And they can make profit in the process. The users can file complaints if they are bothered enough by the misinformation, and they will pay fees. They have several moderators to choose from, so there will be competition, and they can even file reverse complaints. Now let's look at some financial aspect of my solution. For the moderator, they have like certain bandwidth to accept complaints. Let's suppose they can accept 500,000 per year. They don't have to moderate everything. Actually, they have an incentive to procrastinate because maybe the complaints will go away. Maybe there will be somebody else complain on the same thing. Then you can kill the bird with one stone. And maybe somebody else, the other moderator, already take down the offensive content. I will assume they will only moderate 10% of the complaints. Their costs include the license paid to the platform upfront, and they have to pay salary to their employees. They probably have to build some infrastructure to handle the thing smoothly. But let's do the number, and I believe this can be a profitable business. The solution is not without shortcomings. First, we still need some regulation change. So it's not pure 100% firm level solution. And also, it will probably not affect all the misinformation. Like some of the misinformation that hasn't gone viral. It's not worth paying the fee. And it may cause some collateral damage to some good content. Well, there could be somebody else don't like it. And what if the moderator agrees? And it may not be fair to all the people, especially to the people that lack financial means. It's a material world. And finally, it may not be fair to the platforms. There could be some evil doing by the moderator trying to sabotage the platform. But then, this is the best I got. I recommend to implement number 3, to build an independent moderator industry. The initial interest will probably come from NGO, but when the industry matures, I believe the for-profit firm should squeeze out the non-for-profits. The platform, the moderator, and the user will form a stable triangle. It will be a stable system. It will be a check and balance system. And it will also create share value among the 3 parties. Here are some references. Thank you. Any question?